Today, I'm going to be talking facts versus myths about vaccines. If you're anything like me, you don't want your loved ones nor yourself subject to vaccines. I'm not taking a vaccine. I don't care what they try to force me to do. I'm not doing it. I know I'm going to look bad. I know I'm going to look like an extremist, a nut. If you know anything about vaccines, you'll understand and you'll agree with me. Vaccines are bad. Why take a vaccine when there's a cure for COVID-19? We'll bring that to light in another video, which I'm currently doing an 8-person study. I have COVID-19 right now. We're testing what works and what doesn't. So far, hydrochloroquine works. 2 days, you're not totally cured, but you're pretty good. I'm under this. I haven't been taking hydrochloroquine. I've been taking everything else. Not antibiotics or anything, but like zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, elderberry, a few other things, magnesium. It seems to have like a short-term effect, not a long-term effect. Again, I don't want to spoil it until we're done with our research, but this is about vaccines. You don't want to do a vaccine. This was sent to me, so I want to give props. It has the Facebook address of the author of what I'm going to be describing, how to avoid being forced to take a vaccine. So I want to make sure I apologize to everybody. Yes, I sound winded. It's because I'm sick. If I sound like I'm delirious, it's because I am. So I'm not thinking too clearly. So this video is going to be a little bit very much ADD, and I apologize. If you love your kids, there's things you can do, precautions you can take to help you not get COVID-19, or at least, not let it come on strong. It's really the similar effects as you get with the flu. And so I highly recommend Emergency. It's similar to the airborne product, but not just any Emergency. There's one specifically that has a high concentration of zinc in it. So it's got, your vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and a few other things. I highly recommend that. You want to take it one packet every 2 hours. It says take it once a day. Take it once every 2 hours. And it's definitely making a step in the right direction. I was able to send somebody to go pick it up at Walmart. Amazon has it. It's a little expensive there, but Walmart has it. You can go right in the store and buy it. Make sure it's the one that has zinc. There's several different versions out there. And the crazy thing is Walmart has it in several different places in the store. So you'll go to one place in the store and you think it's not there. My advice is go on the Walmart app, and then they'll tell you exactly what aisle the one you're looking for is in. And that is, based on the store that you're at. So every store is going to be different. Make sure you get the one that has zinc. I put a picture up on here for you so you can look for yourself. Can't say that enough. Now on to the subject at hand, vaccines. I want to make sure I give proper credit to the person or persons who created this. You can see their Facebook web address at the bottom of the screen right there. So their recommendation is do not, under any circumstance, do not refuse a vaccine. There's a better way to handle it by doing the following. You can ask the doctor, does the vaccine have MRC-5 in it, which all vaccines do. And by their interpretation of the law, you can refuse, not the vaccine necessarily, but you can refuse MRC-5, which is in every vaccine anyway. So it's kind of like a loophole right there. If I didn't tell you to go look it up yourself, you would consider me a lunatic, a conspiracy theorist. But I will bring you the facts, as I always do. Go ahead and research it for yourself. Look up the main ingredient of MRC-5. It's human baby fetuses. I'm telling you, there's a lot more harm than that. That's just one ingredient. And I encourage you, don't take my word for it if you don't trust me. Go look it up yourself. Do you know how many websites I went on and how much research I conducted only to find out that Facebook has actually published several articles, not scientists, not doctors. Facebook has published several articles trying to contradict or try to lie to you and tell you that MRC-5 does not use baby fetuses, which is an absolute lie. You can research it from yourself. Every doctor knows that. So why is Facebook lying to you, and what do they have to gain? This has become so bad and such a conspiracy that Facebook is not only throttling back on the truth, they're going out of their way to absolute lie to you. What is Facebook's agenda in pushing vaccinations? That remains to be seen. That we're still investigating. But baby fetuses, that's not the reason why I'm telling you not to use vaccinations. I'm telling you because of the other stuff that's so much worse. Vaccinations, this is where it bothers me, because doctors, and I've interviewed many doctors who just kind of go with the flow. You'll have those doctors that are just, some doctors that you take your child to and they're like, oh, no, vaccination's fine. It's normal. Everybody should get a vaccination. See, I have a problem with that because I don't believe they love their job, like their job, or even like the people that they're trying to save, because vaccinations are bad for you. There's plenty of research. There's plenty of scientific data to back that up. And if you open up your mind, you'll see for yourself. You've got 2 fingers. You can go on your phone, your computer, whatever, and do the research yourself. You don't have to be me. You don't have to listen to me, right? So there is way too much money in vaccines. I've been studying vaccines longer than I've been studying COVID-19. And I've been studying the coronavirus since 2015. I've been studying vaccines a lot longer than that. And I can tell you there's a huge risk, not just to you, but to your children and your grandchildren, because it changes your DNA. It's absolutely crazy that a lot of the publications that I've seen on Google, they're produced by Facebook. Facebook as a company that's actually trying to lie to you. And I've said that already, right? You will see that for yourself. Absolutely false claims. Facebook is doing their own fact checking, but they're not telling the truth. They're actually fact checking, calling it fact checking. They know the truth because everything out there tells the truth, and they're actually saying the opposite. So there's nothing that Facebook could have gotten that says, hey, this is a way to, fetuses are not an MRC-5, and everything knows that there is. So why is Facebook outright lying and saying that it's false claims and this stuff is not true? What do they have to gain? Again, to be further researched, but I can't verify 100% that what I'm telling you is true. You can only test it for yourself by next time you need a vaccine to go over it with your own doctor and let them know that what is the legal way, even though they're going to highly recommend it, they're going to highly recommend you taking a vaccine and not avoid the vaccine. You tell your doctor, either you tell them the truth and tell you the truth. How do you legally avoid taking a vaccine? Or you're going to find another doctor who cares about their patients, and you're going to report them to the Robinson Report right here on my show, and I'll put them on blast and I'll expose them for the frauds that they are. Now, despite what people tell you, I don't know if there's such a thing as a vaccination-free card, like a get-you-out-of-jail-free card like this post suggests. But there are certain loopholes where you can be exempt. The United States is not an easy country to do it, but there are ways to do it, and legally. So you can go to your doctor. There's supposedly, if you have allergic reaction or this, that, whatever. But you go to a good doctor, and I can recommend one. I can recommend Lisa Coach out of Tampa, Florida, or there's some other great doctors. Every state's got great doctors. You just got to find one that's just not out there for the dollar. Vaccines are a way for doctors and hospitals to make a lot of money, and they're not good for you. Now, I'm not saying every vaccine is bad. Polio vaccine. But when was the last case we had of polio, and how likely are you to get polio? There's vaccines that you and your children get that are not needed. I don't care what anybody says. They're not. You're not going to get polio. And The flu, you're injecting yourself with MRC-5, plus you're injecting yourself with the flu. You know how many people they don't report that actually get really sick after they get a flu vaccine shot? Really sick. I'm telling you right now, I got a flu vaccine shot in the Army, and I was in the hospital for three weeks with pneumonia. I almost died. They had to stick a tube down my throat just to get me to breathe. It was really bad. I speak from experience. Everything I do, everything I'm telling you, is from experience. I test on myself, whether it be COVID-19, the flu, anything. I do testing on myself and others. I am here for you. I am the Rooster. I will always speak to you the truth. I hope you subscribe to this channel. I hope you become a Patreon and help me help you. Guys, I love you. I want the best for all of you. You take care and you have a great day.
Hey, hey everybody, it's the Rooster, aka Jerome Robinson from the Robinson Report. So I want to say, don't mind me, I'm unshaven. It's just because I broke my arm. I can't really shave myself. I broke my arm up by my shoulder, so they can't cast it, they said. The hospital said because it's too high. But I've definitely have a cast on my foot. I broke my foot, and I need to have surgery done on it. They say I won't be able to walk for 6 months if I get the surgery. If I don't, I won't be able to walk again. I believe in Jesus. I prayed in Jesus. I prayed to Jesus. So I'm hoping that Jesus will do his thing and show that the doctors were wrong. Anyway, I'm asking you if you could possibly smash that like button. Do me a huge favor. Help me spread the word. Right. So I do these videos to get people to kind of open up their mind and use their head to expand their knowledge base. And really, I want them to stop the hate. And I'm learning to be a better Christian. And I'm not against what Black Lives Matter movement was supposed to originally represent, but what it's become, along with Antifa and a lot of other people, full of hate and misguided information, and people don't really understand their history. So me as a black man, I want to educate people, right? So please do me a favor, whether you believe in what I believe in, whether you follow, all I want to do is tell you the truth, right? So I know my history. I haven't ignored it. 44 years old. By the time you're watching this, I could be 45, who knows? But I know, I study. I'm a research analyst, and I study, and I know my stuff. I used to wear a suit. I'm not in a suit right now, don't mind me. I'm in my Jesus shirt. I don't try to, twist your arm to get you to believe in Jesus. Jesus existed. We know that. There's no disputing it. Whether he was the only son of God, that's up for interpretation, right? Well, my goal is to get people to just stop lying to themselves. Please smash that like button. Hit that like button on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to this and watch, right? And then share me with your friends and family. Share me on your Facebook, right? My videos, and text your family, text your friends. Say, hey, watch this video. It's really, really good. It helps me greatly spread the word. The more subscribers I have and the more hours that people watch my content, the more likely other people will get to see my message, right? Whether you're conservative, whether you're right-wing, left-wing, it doesn't matter. I've got Democratic friends. I've got Republican friends. My mission is to tell you the truth. You haven't found that in news today. You haven't found that in CNN. You haven't found that in MSNBC. Some will even say you haven't found that in Fox News, right? I'll tell you, who funds Fox News and who supports MSN and how MSNBC and how CNN benefits. So I know the history of all this. I know what a lot of people don't know. I am that geek genius that studies, and sticks to the facts. I'm like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. So I don't want to bore you. I'm just asking you to help me open up your mind and open up the minds of others. Be malleable, be open, be willing to change. I learned in Philosophy 101. I went to college 4 times. I went Philosophy 101. I learned my favorite class ever, by the way. Philosophy. If you go into a discussion with somebody, be prepared. This is if you're smart, right? Be prepared to be malleable. Be prepared to be moldable. Be prepared to learn, right? I'll learn from my 5-year-old. I'll learn from my 2-year-old. I'll learn from my
4-year-old
father, who's 80-something years old. He's gonna probably kill me now. He's up there. It could be 90. I'm sorry, Dad, if I'm wrong. But I learn from anybody and everybody. I learn from you. You know how many of my followers or subscribers will hit me up, whether they call me on the phone or text me or email me or send me a message through either Facebook or YouTube and let me know, hey, you were wrong about this, or you should look at this, whatever. People have changed my mind. Trust me, I wasn't always a believer in Jesus. It was only the past few months. I wasn't always a believer in what I believe in now. Both, whether it pertains to former President Obama or current President Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Donald Trump, and I was at one point very much against Obama. I'm not anymore, right? I've changed my views. It means that I'm willing to change. I'm willing to learn new things. I'm not stubborn. I encourage you not to be stubborn. I encourage you to be open-minded. So if you're feel free. If you want to come on my show, I encourage you. I'd love to talk to you. Whether you're stubborn, not open-minded or not, come and talk to me. Come on my show and learn something new. Be a part. Preach your message. I would love to have you on there. I'd also love for you to be open-minded, to be willing to learn new things. Hey, Jerome Robinson, aka the Rooster from the Robinson Report. This is my little man right here.
We're out.
One of many. What is it? How do we do?
We're out.
What do we do?